morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Tuesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, so daily chart, and what you're seeing here is you got your Friday high that was rejected. We talked about how it was important that the 24-28 area convert for the bears. Well, not so much. And, you know, they needed to convert 24-28 yesterday. They needed to get below last week's weekly low down at 12.5. So let's look at the hourly chart and we'll see how it played out. Remember I told you this scenario. You had a new weekly pivot at 24.28. You had made the low on Friday. At this point, Globex was trying to be resistance. And it tried to be resistance again all day yesterday. However, the bears did what they do so many times, which is to come down, push into the 1675 area, make a morning low. 1675 was our proprietary lower level yesterday morning, which was really nice. Tagged it, but it's a higher low versus the Friday low. So at that point, the pressure's really on the bears to be able to hold weekly pivot at 28. They were able to hold it into the close yesterday, but as soon as we got into Globex and you had a little higher pressure, you saw them give it up. We've traded as high as 33.5 in the overnight session. And now what the bulls are trying to do is hold weekly pivot and create another higher low at weekly pivot. Exactly what I talked about yesterday. If that scenario continues to play out, what you will be left with by the end of the day into tomorrow is the same old, and the same old goes and tries to print 43.5 or above. Okay? Now, there's a few things that are either going to fuel that or stand in its way. The Fed tomorrow at 2 o'clock is a big one. Okay? But the bears need to stand in. They've given up the one area where they could really make a stand. What they need to do today, ideally, is to get back below 28 and close below 28. So at least there's some kind of a conversation that they're breathing and start to create some lower highs versus whatever today's high is going to be. But they're not going to make any meaningful progress until they break Friday's low. Okay? So now they got to break 12.5, 1675, and weekly pivot. So the bears definitely have their work cut out for them. I understand everybody and their mom wants this thing to pull back. It did pull back a little bit, but you're not going to get a meaningful downtrending type market until it can deal with last week's low, which I should mention, last week's low, 24.12.5, is the daily middle band this morning. It's down in the 24.12 area. So 12.5, 1675, weekly pivot. These are going to be huge. Pressure's on the bears. Let's see what they do with it. All right, everybody have a great morning. I'll see you for the midday update. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princeton Trader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade 'em well.